morning. It is day 4 of the rain. Oh, it's been so tricky. I think the last 3 days it has just rained constantly. Apart from yesterday, there was a let up for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I found this tent site and thought, right, while it's not raining, I'm putting my tent up. Even though my tent was soaking wet, everything was damp, at least getting into my tent, my waterproofs weren't literally dripping. So I got into my tent last night just before it started pouring it down again. But I'm not gonna lie, it has been a tough couple of days. I think there was a moment yesterday, oh, I shouldn't be admitting this, but I was just literally walking along, feeling so sorry for myself because I was freezing cold all day. Obviously you're just soaking wet through, and your waterproofs, when they get so wet, they just don't end up being waterproof anymore. They just leak because you're constantly having them wet and you're putting them on wet. And there was a point yesterday where I got to a tree where there was a little bit of shelter and the ground was dry, and I just kind of stood under it and just had like a little moment where I got a little bit sad, and I was just like, I've had enough of this. And then I was just like, right, okay, big deep breath, carry on. And then round the corner I saw a little bunny rabbit and it made me smile. But oh, it has been tough because it's not only the fact that you're wet and cold, you can't rest either, so you can't just stop and have your lunch and enjoy it and have a bit of a break from the mileage, because you sit there shivering in the rain, so you eat as quickly as possible and then carry on hiking. So this morning my alarm went off and I just thought, oh, you know what, I just don't care, and I just laid there. I was wide awake, but I just wanted to stay warm in my sleeping bag for a little while. And then I've just had a very, very leisurely morning, did a bit of editing on my phone, sorted out some pictures, had my breakfast and coffee, and I'm slowly packing down. I think it's probably going to be about 7:30 by the time I end up leaving. But I just don't care today. I just thought, do you know what, I know what mileage I need to do today, and I'm just going to take my time because I've got a 9-mile climb this morning. So I'm going from about 2,000 feet to above 6,000 feet this morning, or just under 6,000 feet. So that's going to be a long stretch. So as long as I get there by lunchtime-ish, I'll be fine. And the good news is that after I've got to the top, it's literally downhill all the way to Stehekin, which is where I'll get tomorrow. So that's a little update from me, and that's why I've not been talking either, because it's just pouring it down. And if I get my camera out, which is broken, so the actual screen is all cracked, the lens doesn't close properly. This is from when I fell that time and broke my ribs, so my camera's still a little bit bashed up, so I can only use it when it's dry. So I've been using a little bit of my iPhone, but that ended up getting wet as well. So yeah, hopefully today will be better. But let me show you around my campsite. It's been kind of nice. So this is obviously my little tent. The trail is just up there, so that's the trail along there. And then I had all this to myself last night, so it was just nice being in the woods, and yeah, it was kind of relaxing last night. Oh my goodness, can you actually see this? There's a little tiny bit of blue sky. Oh, maybe today's going to be a good weather day. The rest of the sky is completely full of clouds, but there's a little bit of hope there. just come across something on the trail that I have never seen in my life before. I never thought I would see this. It's a white slug. I'm actually sat in a little bit of brightness. It's still very cloudy, but it's a nice little spot. The pass that I'm heading up to is called Cloudy Pass, and very cloudy it is. It's at about 6,000 feet, just slightly over. And I'm about just over a mile away from it, so I'm not too far away now. But I'm having a little snack, and I promised you I'd share more of what I'm eating. So these are something new I found called flackers. I don't know if you've seen them before. And they're basically just a couple of ingredients. It's just flax seeds, organic ones, organic apple cider vinegar, organic rosemary, organic sage and sea salt. And that is all they are. And they look like, I'll show you one. They look like this, just little bits of cracker. They're so tasty. I'm not one that normally likes the taste of flax seeds, but these, I think because of the amount of rosemary and sage that's in them, it takes the taste away. So they're very nice. Sat here thinking about things, about how much I've changed since coming out on the PCT. Let me show you and explain. When most people walk through an area like this, their first thought would probably be, better walk quickly, wouldn't want those big rocks to drop on me. My first thought is, what a perfect place to hang out my tent, to dry it and use it as like a washing line. So I've got rocks balancing on my tents to keep everything from blowing away in the wind, and they're all drying out rather nicely. Look at the colour difference. I've been hiking through all this shrubbery and now I've literally just walked around the corner. Everything's pink. Oh my gosh, it's like a little magical land. Wow. That is such a different contrast. Wow. I love it. I've decided that I feel like Frodo from Lord of the Rings. Walking through these areas, it's unbelievable. I feel like I'm in a different world. It's absolutely incredible. The things that you see, it kind of looks like a horror film sometimes and a little bit scary, very dark and dismal. I feel like I'm on a quest to find the ring.